Why? Are you trying to hatch it? Is it going to an iPod bird? iPhone bird?
An iBird for all of your hatching needs. That works, right? Right.
Right. Greetings, folks, and welcome to episode 8 of the Boring Lives of Interesting People podcast, videocast, BLIPcast.
BLIPcast.
My name is Daniel.
And I am Katie. Should I do it this time?
Lady Laumes, Kaos with a K, Mezmiro the 21st.
I like that you finished for me.
Pardon?
Never mind.
This almost seems weird now. We had 2 guest episodes in a row. Now it's just us.
A little bit, yeah.
What are we going to talk about?
I don't know.
We had someone other behind.
Not your friend, Daniel.
No, it's all business now.
Basically, we don't really hang out anymore.
Well, I see you at the station. We hang out
Yeah,
over
and you
there.
treat me like one of the regular DJs.
I don't mean to, but I just like hiding in my cave, and
No,
you happen to be out there with all the others. I'm just like,
I don't happen. That's where I am. Like, I
Yeah.
can't come and bug you.
you could record with me, and then we could just wind up hanging out.
That is true. I have to go sign up for PSA things.
Psa.
Psa!
Should probably do a commercial or something. Anything but a PSA, just because I don't have any.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I have no ideas for a commercial though, but I'm sure you could come up with something random.
I wonder if I could find a parody version of, or I wonder if there's like a Weird Al version of "Talk Dirty to Me" by Poison, where it's "Talk Nerdy to Me." And we could drop that in, and then you. Hi, I'm Katie.
We could email Weird Al.
Dear Weird. I feel like we're on first name basis because I illegally downloaded a bunch of your songs. JK lols.
I love you. I have all his albums. Not all of them, actually.
Did you buy them?
He made a new one. My mom did.
Alpocalypse.
Oh.
It came out last year.
Oh, then I guess
Does
I'm
he have a
missing
new
two. No, I don't have that one. The last one I had was
Straight
the
Outta
poodle
Linwood?
one.
Oh, the Poodle Hat.
Yeah.
Poodle Hat's from a while ago.
I know.
You were missing like 4.
Really?
I think so.
He made that many?
Well, they're Straight Outta Linwood, which I think came out in
Oh, that's
06,
right. That was the one
which
right
has
after.
White and Nerdy.
Right.
And then there may have been one between that and Alpocalypse. I could be wrong.
Oh, I don't know. That's a lot though.
Yeah, he
I'm sorry.
parodies everything. He's got to stay current. He's got to put
That's
out albums
true.
all the time.
That's true.
It's
It's good he never loses his wit though.
I know it's just Katie.
Yes.
How do you feel about the whole Valentine's Day holiday thing? Stupid, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I participated.
No.
Not completely. Well, I guess sort of traditionally, but not really. Me and the Lady Pants and some friends of ours, we had dinner.
Oh yeah, I
That
remember
was-
seeing those pictures. Yeah.
That was nice.
Yeah.
So we made dinner. We had Ted made this amazing like pasta salad thing that was veggie for me because I'm a hippie freak.
Oh.
They had steak and salmon, I think, and it all smelled good and probably tasted great. It smelled really good. Saw the seasoning. I just like wanted the seasoning, but I didn't get it.
Oh, they should have scraped it off for you.
And then after that, we went and saw a movie where it was an entire room full of couples, and the movie was a movie called Warm Bodies.
Oh yeah.
Have you heard of that?
Yeah.
Oh my God. It's something. It is, to anyone who doesn't know, it's a zombie retelling of Romeo and Juliet. Kinda. It's the female's name is Julie, and the zombie's name is R.
R.
And there's a bunch of side characters that have names from Romeo and Juliet in there as well.
Okay.
And Julie's father is played by John Malkovich, which is pretty great.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And he plays, you're not going to give up my daughter because this, that, and the other. It's basically like, it's the same thing, but, instead of being from another class or whatever, it's zombies.
He's a zombie.
Yes.
Okay.
Rob Corddry's in it, and he's pretty hilarious in it. But for the most part, it's just kind of like this group of people go into zombie territory for something, medicine maybe, and R and his group attack them and kill everyone there except for this one girl that for some reason R just fancies. And he like walks up to her and rubs his hand on her face and puts like weird zombie like Gumby like this weird black goo from his hand that he's not actually leaking at all, but it just comes off his hand. It looks kind of like poo. He just rubs on her face. And he's like, safe. And the zombies don't notice her anymore because she smells like zombie. So he takes her back to his airplane, which is where he lives.
Uh-huh.
And just kind of holds her against her will.
He lives in an airplane.
Yeah. Their base seems to be an airport terminal.
Okay.
And he has a plane that is not being used where he lives. So inside of it, he's got like a record player and some records, and it's decked out like a bachelor pad.
That's amazing.
So he takes her back there against her will, and she is just kind of held there for a while, and he like shows I am kind of human, but not really, and then it gets weird.
Do they like have actual zombie sex?
No, I don't.
It's implied though.
No.
Really?
No. Yeah, they don't. It's very, very minimal on any sort of sex stuff.
Okay.
They may kiss. Kiss.
All right.
But, yeah, I wouldn't really recommend it. Because it's basically what it is on the surface. I'm kind of over the whole zombie thing anyway. Even though I was never into it. Yeah, I never really got into it, and now I'm just kind of annoyed by it.
Mm-hmm.
But now it's, it could have been worse, I guess. Somehow. It could have not had John Malkovich or Rob Corddry.
It could have been another vampire movie.
Yeah.
Named Warm Bodies.
But see, I think what they I think feel like they did right with it is they kind of did it tongue in cheek, where it was sort of making fun of the whole Twilight thing, but with zombies, because like she really could. He was basically being like this kind of stiff, kind of robotic thing, like zombie.
Right.
But he was giving pretty much the exact same performance the guy that played Edward did.
That's awesome.
So it was a film.
I appreciate that, but like I wouldn't go see it.
I wouldn't see it again.
I'm scared of zombies as it is, and then that would ruin everything
Why
ever.
are you afraid of zombies? You actually think it's gonna happen?
No, it's not. I'm not afraid of those kind of zombies. I'm afraid of like
20 days later ones that run after you and shit.
Yeah, the ones that like mind control. That freaks me out.
You don't need to be undead for that to happen.
No, I mean, okay, not like that kind of zombie, but like the philosophical zombie.
Oh, okay.
Where you don't have a consciousness.
Philosophy, consciousness. Consciousness-ity. The Katie Lady Meowmies story.
Meowmies?
Meowmies.
Consciousness-ity.
Consciousness-ity. So what you got? Huh? Fuck segues, apparently.
Oh god. I watched Skyfall finally.
Oh, what do you think?
I actually really liked it. There were several parts in it where I was just like, okay. Suddenly there's no fire in the cave. When he's underneath his house. Mm-hmm. And there's a whole bunch of other things that I was pointing out that were weird about the movie.
You think it's long enough that we could like say spoiler alert and just talk about it?
Sure.
How about that fucking Home Alone ending? Like all the like traps and stuff that were set up.
I hated that. I was like, why would you? Okay, first off, they sold the house.
Right.
And then they blew it up.
Yeah.
I also don't understand why.
Did they sell it to the old guy who just was like there?
No.
Why was he?
That guy sold it to somebody.
Why was he there?
He was the groundskeeper.
Mm-hmm. Oh, so he just keeps the grounds even with like the family stuff.
Yes.
Okay. I don't know how grounds work. I'm not rich like you. I'm not rich and white. Privileged.
Yeah.
What I thought was kind of interesting about it, how there wasn't really a typical Bond like romance in it, because the one girl you thought he was going to kind of go with gets shot against a rock.
No, that was just his fling. The chick that
I fling that.
of which he had two. I was very angry about that actually, because like he had his Bond girl,
right, which
is the African American chick, and then he had the almost Chinese woman. Like her features are not at all Chinese, but she's clearly not. I don't even know. Right. And then who was the other one? There was another one. There was the random like Latino chick.
He's Bond. He's kind of always done that.
I understand, but it bothers me, just on principle.
I like Bond, so every film he's got a new lady.
Yeah, I know.
And apparently several.
And several, yes.
I think of the Daniel Craig, this is my least favorite one.
Oh, I haven't seen the Daniel Craig. I haven't seen any Bond movie, actually, except for that one.
Really?
Yeah.
What an odd place to start.
I know.
Okay. How? We hung out with someone whose brother was such a Bond fan. How did you avoid that? Christine.
Oh,
I
I
think
don't know, because I
Daniel
didn't
was
let her
such-
force movies onto me. Except for Baron von Munchausen. You were there.
Yeah, what movie was that?
That was the one where I said the line before the girl said it. I can't even remember what the plot was, but I was like, it's like I've seen this movie before, and then she says the exact same thing.
Oh. Weird. I don't remember this movie at all.
There were cannons.
Oh, cannons, of course. No idea. Sorry.
Yeah.
Now we're trying to reminisce about a good time, but
I'm-
I just can't.
I'm pretty sure we were all sugar high, and
Oh, was this after like a trip to the Dollar Tree or something?
may have been. I don't remember us doing that though. Back
With
when you and I
solid-
didn't hang out yet.
Solid sugar, We're all sugared up.
Mhm.
Maybe that kind of sugar. Is that
All right. What?
Katie Day's President's Day? We didn't have it off from school.
No, we had
but
it off a long time ago.
I know. The other place had it off, and I was jealous.
I would rather have a solid like chunk of time off than having interspersed little days off, because then it's like teasing.
Well, that huge chunk we had was like almost too long for me.
Really, I
Like,
was
those are
just
the
getting into it when we had to go back.
So you had a month and a half off, and we're just getting into it.
I was writing porn the entire time, so
Right.
I was doing work. It's work.
You're not getting paid.
Yeah.
Oh,
so?
are you? Oh,
No,
I
I'm
thought you
not.
finally got some sort of weird online deal.
No,
You should even get into that.
but it's that I would get sued so hard up the ass.
Jane. You could write about that and probably sell millions.
Ew.
Sued up the ass, starring that guy from that DS game where you yell objection at it.
Oh, I can't remember his name because I never played that.
Well,
But I know what you're talking about.
it would be you and that guy, and he's
Oh.
suing you.
Up the ass.
Yes. Probably have a different, like, more clever title on it.
Okay, I'll get on that.
But so yeah, we had President's Day at school, and I wound up having a very interesting day. First of all, I had a monk. Because did you see the monks on campus today?
No.
There was one guy who was sitting on like a little curb, singing just very loud, a cappella, just some kind of nice thing actually. But it was at the same time I saw him like, fucking hippies, not realizing what was going on at all.
Yeah.
And there was a guy sitting next to him who was just kind of like staring around. And then as I like noticed that guy, this dude walks right up next to me and like he's just like, hello, like, hey. And for some reason I'm me and I'm like okay with people approaching me, sort of. And once I realized that they're not a threat, he like walked up to me, handed me a book. He was like, here, I have this for you. I was like, oh, cool. It's like, I was like, he's like, I'm some blah blah blah. I'm a monk. I was like, oh, that's cool. He's like, not a punk. And we had a good laugh about that for some reason. And then for some reason this guy's vibe was just cool because, you know, he's a chill Buddhist monk.
Yeah.
And then he's like, so, you know, for any sort of donation, you can go ahead and keep that book. And would you like it? I was like, yeah, dude, of course. Because, you know, Buddhism, kind of interesting.
Yeah.
So I took the book to read it. And he was like, yeah, whatever you got. So I reached in my pocket. I'm like, fuck. I was like, I don't really have a lot of money. He's like, whatever you have is fine. As soon as he said that, I put the money I had in my pocket into his hand. He had a look of regret. But I only had 31 cents in change. But I have the book still. It is called His Divine Grace. No, that's the name of the author. It's called Srimad Bhagavatam, First Canto, Part 1. So yeah, I'm going to actually read it, I think, because it seems like it could be interesting. And the guy seemed pretty cool. He had crazy hair, though.
Is that Indian Buddhism or Chinese?
I don't know. I think Indian. Let's take a look. That one.
I think so. I don't. It's definitely not Chinese.
Yeah, that's as far as I'm going. This is not Chinese. Problem solved. This is both good video and radio.
Oh yeah. I have nothing to say though. There are some interesting drawings in there.
Yeah, it's got a guy who's turning into an old man, falling into death, and then behind death is a lady who's got a palm out and a baby's crawling off of it, turning into that first man again. And also there's cows coming out of the water and shit, and a man, and then wolves and
wolves came from people.
For the visual thing. I don't know if that's going to show up at all, but whatever. So I got a cool book today that I'm hopefully going to read, and I found it weird that the guy picked me for some reason. Like, because there's a bunch of people around. He just kind of made a beeline through them and went towards me. And he was like, hi. I was like, hi. Are you a student? Yeah. Are you a good student? No, not really. He's like, oh, at least you're honest. You look smart. Thanks. So he knew how to charm me.
Oh,
you
yeah.
look smart. Do I ever? And you look tall.
Was he tall?
He was pretty tall, yeah. Cool guy. So I took his book. I felt terrible only giving him 31 cents, but he was like, oh, well, I said anything.
Aww.
I looked at my wallet as I was walking away. I had nothing. I could have given him like a drawing I did of myself, but that's not currency yet.
No, not yet.
Also,
one day. What?
I found this glove. We were cleaning the radio station, and I found this single right-handed fingerless leather glove that has holes over the knuckles. So I think you're supposed to fight people with this on. And I just wore it for like the rest of my work shift, and it smells kind of weird. Smell it. Spinal Tap reference.
Well,
smell the glove.
It just kind of smells like leather, like wet, not wet, but like sweaty leather.
But see, that's weird. What's weird about it? It's probably been where it was for like 6 years.
Leather retains the smell of sweat.
What? Oh. Well, I found a cool glove. I think I'm gonna wear it for this podcast. Oh,
also,
podcast glove.
Also, leather is skin, so it will smell like skin.
Nuh-uh.
Podcast glove.
Yes, podcast glove. So now I've got a tight grip on my.
So whatever happened to those chicken and waffle lays that we were supposed to taste test?
When I text you that, I wasn't anywhere near the store. I found them.
Oh.
Or rather, tweeted you that. We can do it next time, I suppose. Okay. But I haven't had a chance to go back to that store. But they had sriracha, whatever.
Yeah, I don't know.
The spicy red sauce, which I actually did get. It would just taste like general spiciness.
Oh, okay.
They had chicken and waffles. They had like, was it popcorn maybe?
That's weird.
Lay's is branching out in weird ways. I think when I get them, I'm gonna get like all 4 of their weird flavors you can vote on.
Okay.
And we can just give them a go. But chicken waffles is one of them.
So like votable flavors.
Yeah.
Weird.
They have their come in like the little bags.
Yeah.
And like you, I guess, taste test them and then go online and vote.
Okay.
And I think the winning one survives as a flavor forever.
Forever.
But imagine if it's chicken waffles. I know it won't. This glove is kind of getting me.
Poor thing.
All right. So yeah, I got a sweet glove today and a sweet book. So it was a good day.
That is a good day.
How was your President's Day?
It was okay. I was sleepy, and I had class, and that's about it. I am sorry. I don't have an exciting life.
I'm just carrying.
Hence, the boring lives of interesting people. Although at this point, I can't really be called interesting.
What are you doing?
What am I doing?
Touching your phone?
I am touching my phone. Why are you looking?
My hand smells like glove now.
Oh my god. Okay.
Huh.
I don't remember what day it was, but I take antibiotics to help clear up my acne, which doesn't really work all that great. But I still do it out of trying.
Spite against bodies.
Spite against bodies. And I took the pill, and like it's a capsules, and it's got like powder inside of it. And it went down into my stomach, and I guess it, exploded like it's supposed to, and do its thing. I had to burp. So I burped, and then all of a sudden there was like this white powder that came out my nose.
Oh my god, I was just thinking, out of your nose?
Out of my nose. And then all of a sudden, my entire sinus cavity started burning, and like, I was freaking the fuck out. I drank like an entire bottle of water trying to wash it down, and it didn't stop burning until like 5 minutes later. I was really worried.
I remember my first pill. Jesus. Katie, what the fuck happened to you? You went in your stomach. No, it didn't. It went in your lung. How did you pull that off?
I don't know. Same way I puked blood after I got my My wisdom teeth taken out.
Yeah, it happens. Not like, fountains and fountains of blood like Katie does.
Yes.
But
Projectile vomit.
that's like some weird demon child omen shit.
Did you expect anything different?
No, you are demon child omen shit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I forgot. One thing about happened today in my class, my video art class, which of course seems to be a bottomless pit of boring stories. But today we watched this video or this movie. It was a movie about editing. And it interviews all these directors, all these famous editors about different techniques and the history of editing, all this stuff. And after the video, the teacher's like, all right, any questions? And before he can even finish any questions, this one dude who has nothing but stupid shit to say fires his hand in the air. And he's like, okay, you? And he's like, well, I don't really have a question, but more of a comment. He's like, I found it very interesting how the editing is done, and when the directing's done, and the acting's done, and the sound is done. But you think that when the editing's done, the directing would have already been done in the editing, and the editing would be done in the directing. So I guess I do have a question. Why isn't the editing done by the director? And the guy's like, the director's usually in there with him. And he's like, oh, but why does he do it all? He kind of does. Oh, all right then. And he's like, they said that in the movie, and then he's like, all right, cool. So there's a couple other questions, and that guy's hand goes up again, and he goes, now I saw Quentin Tarantino in that. He's like, yeah. Does Quentin Tarantino have a director or have an editor? And the guy's like, yeah. He goes, nah. He's like, he does. You saw her in the documentary you just watched. And the guy's like, yeah, sure. And then the teacher's just like, any other questions? This guy is unbelievable.
Wow. Was he trolling or was he serious?
He was serious.
Wow.
I don't think he can be ironic or funny like that. It's just no, he does. What does that mean? He doesn't have an editor? Does that mean he just shoots shit and leaves on the floor and glue that together, put it out? It's called Pulp Fiction. I'm going home.
Well then, that's interesting.
So that was the end of that class, which made up for the rest of the class where I almost fell asleep watching the movie because I made the mistake of getting really comfortable somehow. It started and I'm like, I'm going to try and put my feet up on this thing. So I put my feet up, I slouched down in my desk chair thing because we had rolly chairs because we were fucking fancy.
Yeah.
And then I set my head down just I could have easily fallen asleep, but I was like, nope, should probably pay attention. So I took some notes. I wrote down a bunch of just random shit, that kind of lyric sort of thing, and then just drew some stuff, and then sat back down. Almost fell asleep again. Did fall asleep for a little while. Then I went to the bathroom, came back, and then could get comfortable again, which was more annoying than almost falling asleep the whole time. So
I'm sorry.
That's the hard life I live.
Yeah,
hard
apparently.
Life.
See, I actually have to pay attention in my classes.
I doubt that. You could probably fall asleep in karate. You might get kicked in the face, but
I think she would kick me in the face if I fell asleep, especially because we're in rows, and that just wouldn't
do.
Wouldn't do.
No do.
No do. No. I know. I know. Okay, I know.
What are you talking about?
It was. We learned a verb last week in Japanese that means to get to know something.
No.
And in order.
Getting to know you.
And with it, we learned the phrase "I know," which is "shite."
Shitty.
Shitemasu.
Shitemasu. Like Stamos. Stamos.
Yeah.
Did I get it that time?
Yeah, so it means I know, and I was just thinking of that because that's where my brain is right now.
It's in Japan?
It's in Japan.
Cool.
Yeah.
So it's around all these vending machines with used panties in them and avocado Pepsi and stuff like that.
Avocado Pepsi.
I think that might actually be a thing.
Interesting. I know coffee Coke is one.
I just heard about that today for the first time. Someone described it as if coffee took a shit into a Coke. I don't remember what podcast it was. I think maybe Jordan Jesse Go. Yeah.
I don't even.
Or the other one? What's the other one?
I don't know. You listen to a lot of podcasts.
Or indoor kids.
Oh.
I recently wrote them all out to someone in a a Facebook comment, and there was like 20, and I didn't even list them all. And I realized that they all put out about an hour of content a week.
Yeah, that's a lot of time.
That's pretty much a day in which I have just a group of people talking into my ears about shit I can't really relate to.
How do you keep up with all that?
I sometimes don't. Some of them I just wind up deleting just because I'm like, oh, that guess doesn't sound interesting, or I don't really want to hear a story with Actually, I do want to hear the Tom Green one. I was going to say Tom Green because he's on an episode of WTF last week. I haven't got around to listening to it, but I'm curious.
Yeah.
He's quirky and Canadian.
Yeah. What happened to him?
I'm about to find out. No spoilers. I know he had a TV show, like actual talk show, which I enjoyed about like 10 years ago now.
Yeah.
And then that got canceled, and he disappeared for a while. And then he had a web version of that show, which he might still be doing. I don't watch the Tom Green show, though.
I don't either. But we talked about that before.
Did we?
We did.
Weird.
We talked about it when we were talking. Maybe we didn't talk about it here, but when we were discussing our interview style.
Yes.
Yeah. Did we ever talk about this on the?
No. Essentially, the goal of BLIPcast is to turn to a Conan-ish style interview show. But I can't remember if we decided to do the double-decker desk or the desk on either side of a couch. What did we decide?
I liked the double-decker because we were gonna have like elevator chairs, and when we were gonna ask a good question or be nice to them or something, it would be like on the top or the bottom. I don't remember which one it was. And then for the other one, we would switch.
Right. So
either one of us could be on either level of the desk at once, and then.
It's a pretty good idea.
It is.
We've already got our first guest was gonna be. I remember it was like 2 or 3. Was it Twiddles?
Twiddles was 3. Steven Wilson was 2. The first one was somebody random.
Was it Bjork?
No.
Peter Gabriel?
No.
Billy Joel?
Billy Joel.
It was Billy Joel. So when BLIPcast becomes BLIPcast TV or something?
BLIPcast TV.
Cast TV, whatever. Billy Joel, guest number 1. Steven Wilson, 2. And Twiddles will be 3. And then from there, it's just whatever. We have big goals, guys. The
big
biggest
goals.
Of goals.
Oh, yeah. See, I don't think that Twiddles would like to even come on the show. He was all excited about a poetry book, and I was just looking at it, and I was like, Twiddles.
Do you find out if he saw your Go-Gurt thing or not?
I don't think I will ever.
Oh,
no.
okay.
Doesn't really bother me. I'd rather him not find it.
But you sent it anyway.
I did send it anyway.
Good.
It was a moment of weakness. Forgive me.
No, you are not forgiven.
But you told me to do it.
I know. You listened to me. That's on you. That was your mistake. I'm a bad influence. I admit this.
But you don't take,
Nope.
responsibility.
Nope.
Okay.
Nope. Do not. Katie?
Yes.
What do you have to teach me this week? Or do you have anything else?
I have one more thing.
All right, what's the thing?
Mississippi?
Oh, of course, Mississippi.
Mississippi just ratified the 13th Amendment.
So you're telling me I could have had slaves this whole time in
Yeah.
Mississippi?
Officially, yeah.
As of when?
Sometime after the Lincoln movie came out.
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
Someone in the theater went, pardon me. Whole people of the theater. Do we ratify this yet? And someone's like, shit, no.
Yeah, pretty much. Something like that. I don't know. Somebody was just like, whoa.
Whoa, you alright? What happened there? Your brain just like restarted itself?
Yeah, it did. And somebody just got like really curious after that movie came out, and then they found out that Mississippi hadn't ratified it yet. And
I wonder if that was by design or if that was by accident.
It's
a
lower state.
Yeah.
I don't want to be a bad person, but
as much as like the South gets a bad rap for being racist and stuff,
they are pretty racist.
I don't think they still have slaves.
No, they don't have slaves, and I don't think anybody actually did it. It just wasn't technically illegal.
Oh, what if the one guy who did do it still? He was like, fuck. And somehow no one knew, like some weird like isolated Amish style plantation somewhere.
It's so fucking terrible.
Oh my god! Like like that movie, The Village, it's just like that.
Yeah.
It's bound to happen. No, hopefully not.
It could.
It could happen. I'm really hoping it didn't.
Because there
happen.
are lots of boonies out in
It's
that.
true. There's probably some people off the grid somewhere there doing shady shit, but
Yeah.
hopefully not that shady.
Yeah.
Good on you, Mississippi. Way to get to the party way late. Are they the last state to do it? Or
Yeah.
oh, because at least they were like, well, at least Alabama hasn't done it yet. But they're just like, all right, no slavery, guys. Katie, Earth got hit by a meteor.
Yes, it did.
Shit.
Yeah. I watched a random Russian
Was this
blog on it.
were these like the desk cam or web? Fuck.
No, it wasn't those. I
Dashboard.
did see those. That was kind of funny. And my initial thought was, why do the Russians have like video cameras all over their cars? But
Did you hear why?
because they don't trust Russian cops.
Yep. Cool.
Okay. Yeah.
And also their insurance, I guess, is fucked up. Where if you get in an accident, the insurance companies won't back you up.
Wow.
Unless you have it on tape or something.
Wow.
Yep.
Oh, Russia.
Yeah.
I want to love you so much. Yeah, I watched a blog on it, and like, the guy was just. They shelter them so much there. I mean, we'll probably be able to be broadcast there or whatever, but like, I mean, considering the fact that they can send things out, yes, but the guy had faith in the media, and he was like, "Why is the media not broadcasting this immediately when it happens? Why is it delayed, several hours to a day and everything?" And
This is a Russian guy's blog?
this is a Russian guy's blog, yeah.
Okay.
And he was like mad at NASA for not telling them about it, which I'd be pretty pissed.
Yeah, NASA's usually on the ball about this kind of
Yeah.
shit. Like Neil deGrasse Tyson's like, hey, something's gonna come pretty close.
Yeah.
But this one they were just like, let's look at the one that's over there, like 17,000 miles away that could come. What?
Yeah, pretty much. So that was kind of
Yeah.
depressing.
What's up, NASA? Where you at? What's your job? Wait, is NASA still a thing? Is that
Yeah,
NASA?
NASA's still a thing. They just don't
I
go
don't
out
actually-
in space.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because apparently war is more important than space.
Yeah,
Ta-da.
I guess so. Well, come on, you can just do wars in space.
Space wars.
Wars among the stars while you trek towards them with your balls. Space or Star Trek Wars balls.
That was good.
Thank you. That's why I'm here.
Okay. Now on to things that I'm teaching you.
Yes.
The word of the day is turtle.
Awesome.
En français, it is la tortue. Le tortue, like torture, but without the R.
Le tortue. Le tortue.
Le tortue.
Le tortue.
Le tortue.
Le tortue.
Yes.
Okay, le tortue. Sounds like Deutsch.
Deutsch. I was thinking more like Yiddish.
Japanese.
In Japanese, it's kame.
Kame?
Kame.
Yes. Like kame. Huh? Kamehameha?
I knew you were going to do that. When I wrote that down, I was like, I know that I was going to say that.
You're like my DBs. DBs.
Dibs. Dibs. Dibs.
Dragon Balls.
Dibs. Dibs.
Dragon Balls.
I'm tired. Okay. I was having asparagus today, and I was like, oh, let's look up some
Let's go
facts
smell
about
my pee.
asparagus. That's disgusting, Daniel.
Yeah. Your pee's gross.
Anyway,
Yep.
asparagus apparently makes a good companion plant for tomatoes because tomatoes need love. And the tomatoes repel the asparagus beetle, and the asparagus repels root nematodes.
Cool.
Mm-hmm. And okay, so no comment. Okay.
No. Well, it's useful. Wait, nematodes.
Yes. And here's the second fact.
Okay.
Root knot nematodes infect plants by laying larvae near the roots, and then they eat at them, and they cause galls, which are like little tumor things, and then those things drain all the nutrients from the plant. They're like
ew.
little worm things.
Galls?
Yeah.
There's a band called Gallhammer.
It's disgusting.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, oh, ew, because I didn't know what a gall was.
Yeah.
All right, well, I will be working in a nursery setting at some point again soon, so I will remember that when people are wanting asparagus and or tomatoes.
Mhm.
Hey, man, you know you can avoid galls? Tomatoes?
What the fuck are you talking about?
All right, Katie, well, for my recommendation this week, a little context first. Have you ever seen the movie Walk Hard
Yes.
with John C. Reilly as Dewey
Mhm.
Cox? Yes.
Yep.
In that movie, there's a scene where it's making fun of Brian Wilson of the Beach Boys, where he's
Mhm.
recording the song with like 100-piece orchestra with a goat.
Mhm.
This thing I'm recommending was released last week. It is a song by, or a David Bowie cover by someone I really like called Sound and Vision.
Mhm.
The song's called Sound and Vision. The guy who did it is Beck. He recorded this for the Lincoln 360 concert thing or whatever, Lincoln the car company for some reason. It is Beck on a stage, probably about as big as my room here, our studio.
Wow. Okay.
It's circular. And he's surrounded by, on all sides,
Mm.
by an orchestra, a choir, two choirs actually, two choirs segregated by race. Not
the
sure.
fuck?
Well, one might be a church choir, so they're all from the same congregation.
Oh, okay.
They all happen to be black,
Right.
potentially.
Mhm.
And there's another choir, all happen to be white.
Okay.
Thomas pointed this out. I didn't notice.
Of course you didn't.
Anyway, and then there's like 6 guitarists and another horn section, a bunch of drummers. In total, 160 musicians.
In this space?
No, not in this space. In a huge, like,
Oh, okay.
in a huge round arena thing.
Right. Okay.
But Beck is standing on a stage about this big with an acoustic guitar and singing this David Bowie song. And all I could think of was Dewey Cox in that movie with, like, walking up to people and, like, doing one noise. Because the way they start it, Beck's on stage and he gets out there and he goes like this to one part of the arena. And the way they have it mixed in the video, if you have surround sound, it's like you're there. So if you have 5.1, that corner will be going horns.
That's kind of awesome.
It's actually really fascinating. And the song, the cover's amazing, but everything else about it is fucking ridiculous. It's so insane. Because, you know, that's so many people.
Yeah.
But the ultimate product I recommend, Sound and Vision by Beck. Look it up on YouTube. It's fucking awesome. Because once it gets into the song, it's amazing.
Yeah.
But getting there is such a ridiculous, pretentious chore. But that's what Beck's become.
Yeah.
Because as much as I am a Beck fan, he put out an entire album of sheet music instead of recording it himself. He's like, I want my fans to record it. No! I can't read sheet music. That's what it comes down to. I'm pissed I can't read sheet music.
See, this is why I want to learn sheet music, so then I don't get in that
read
predicament.
Beck songs to me?
Yeah.
C, C, T, E, F, G, C.
Exactly like that.
And I'll be like, oh, that sounds awesome. Not Beck.
And then I'll get paid for acapellaing his sheet music.
Cool. Thanks.
Mhm.
And I'll listen to it. You eat Katie Beck.
Katie Beck.
Yep. Katie Lady Laumes, Kaos with a K, Mezmiro the 21st, a.k.a. Beck.
No. Oh, it's terrible.
So I'd hold up something here. There. That's the video. Put the video in my hand.
I thought you said we weren't going to do that.
Yeah, don't do that. So is that the show, Katie?
I think so.
All right, so you can follow us at BLIPcast. I'm at Overcord. Katie's at Lady Laumes. Got it. BLIPcast at Gmail, Facebook, Twitter. Is that it? Is that just everything?
Yeah.
Yep. You can listen to my silly radio show Tuesdays 3 to 5 p.m. on KSC.com. She's at noon, also Tuesdays. Talk nerdy to the far beyond metal
Lots
to me.
of Tuesdays. Well, I'm probably not going to be there tomorrow.
You're not doing a show tomorrow?
No, I'm not doing yours. I texted you this.
I know you did. All right. What I meant... Bye. I'm funny. What I meant by the show was that... Black Sabbath covers in a row. In the middle of a normal chunk of music, just like without even saying anything, just Sabbath.
Just to see if anybody will notice? Yep. Okay.
So...
Although you do the playlist, so I think that would be pretty obvious.
Well, maybe if I don't say anything still.
Yeah.
It'll just pop up and be like, oh, cool, Sabbath song. A Sabbath song. 5 later. Huh. What if he realizes? Probably will.
Yeah.
So, still Sabbathy one?
I think so. I think that sounds more funny.
Okay. Funny, yes. And the next week I'll do the vinyl one, just because I've wanted to do one for a while.
You're actually gonna bring them in?
Yeah, I have a stack of records right over there behind the camera, and some others down there I haven't picked out yet.
Sounds hectic.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes. Well, I have some songs that are like 11 minutes long that I'm put on just so I can like get shit done and then prepare everything. So
yeah, yeah, that works.
I shrugged to cover a burp right there. I went shrug burp. Pull the mic away from my mouth. All right, so now we're good.
Yeah,
all
we're
right.
good.
Da 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 da. Well, it's still warming up, so.
Yeah, well, I'm just gonna have our pre-show stuff. I can see stuff on both sides. No, you're good. As long as you keep that draped down.
Is that one fine or no?
I'll get it.
Kitty lady meow meow.
It looks weird now.
You look weird now.
Thank you.
Later. Forever. Do you want me to just move the fucking shirt? What did I recommend last time? Was it the Coheed Camry book thing?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Okay. You sound kind of like you're gonna do it again.
No, I couldn't remember if I'm going to recommend the thing I'm recommending today.
You're so good at recommending it again.
No, I just didn't want to double recommend.
I understand. I understand.
So I didn't have a lot until today, and then I wound up getting quite a few things.
That's good. I have 3 things.
Good.
Also, 13th Amendment, that's the slavery amendment, right?
I don't know.
Shit. Should probably look that up.
Well, I had ways to look this up.
Mm-hmm. That's what you always say.
I put in 13, it gave me 13th Amendment. Don't. Outlaw slavery and involuntary servitude.
Okay.
Servidude.
Servidude.
It's a cool version of servitude. Are we recording? Is all this recorded too? Can you close the door, please? Probably should have been doing this part already. Servitude.
Okay, check.
What?
The upper and lower bounds. I'm fine, okay.
The upper and what?
Lower bounds? So
Lower
that didn't get
grounds?
your browns. Lower browns.
I don't know what you mean by Laura Brown. Who's Laura Brown?
Laura Brown? I don't know. I don't think Have I ever met somebody with that name?
Laura Brown?
Why is there, like, cat hair on this?
I don't know if you've noticed when I set them up, I just pick them up off the floor, and that's pretty much my initial pre-production. It's just like, I should probably pick this up before Katie gets here and set it on the bed.
So that it looks like, you know, you're being professional.
But as soon as you leave.
Actually, no, that happens before I leave.
Yeah, that's true. However, say things, Katie.
I am saying things right now.
Why do I hear it in my head?
Because you have headphones on, and that's just what they do. And, you're pointing under your nose. Is something wrong?
Oh, right. Nope, I'm stupid. There we go. Say things.
Yeah, I'm saying.
There we go. Yeah, there you are on the fucking thing. Katie.
Yes.
Katie.
Hi.
Laugh.
What?
Fake laughter turned into real.
I'm just the best actress. That's all.
Okay. All right. Yeah, sure. That's something. That's something you said. Katie.
Yes. What?
You sounded just like an old friend of mine who I haven't seen in a while. Who's with that? Yes.
That's weird.
It is weird.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Well.
Have I made you feel nostalgic?
No, it's more weird because she never. Well, she would rarely speak in her own voice when she was around people more than like a group of people more than like two.
What voice would she speak in?
That one,
Oh, okay.
which isn't how she spoke at all. She had this weird, well, not really weird, but like just a lower voice. And you spoke in exactly her voice of company.
Voice of company.
Voice of company. What that means exactly, I don't know.